Right, okay. Just to finish up with my mosque experience. Um, yeah, usually I find somewhere really nice, but you can't get nicer than this. And I'm hoping for a little glimpse of her lovely little eyes to show you. Yeah, but anyway, a bit of a distraction, this fox. But yeah, getting back to the mosque. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about the mosque experience apart from the food that they gave was one of the most nicest, foods that I've ever had. It was so nice. And yeah, and also about that, I'm trying to look at me. I just want to try and see if we can get her eyes in there. Hey, look up. Come on, look at me. Sometimes she looks right at me and you can see the beauty of her eyes. Oh, come on, look up. Come on. Little bit there, you got there. Yeah, but it was, getting back to things, it was quite a luxury being there and knowing that there wasn't going to be any. Can you see her belly's getting bigger? It was nice being there and like knowing that you weren't going to get any pork. And getting onto the subject of pork, and she just looked up at me there. I hope you noticed that. Getting back to the subject of pork, Easter, Christmas, there's like stupid amounts of it everywhere. And yeah, so yeah, pork. Is an instruction from the Torah. Hang on, I'll just wait for this plane to go over. It's one of the instructions. Now, the Torah is the first 5 books, okay? And the first 5 books were originally the Word of God, okay? They weren't written out until 40 years after, they were given by God himself. So, yeah, pork is quite a important thing not to eat or not to touch. And I'm quite strict about that, actually. Yeah, and the rest of the Bible is the Tanakh, so, but the Torah is the law. And as I said, it was given by God by word, and then 40 years later it was written down. And yeah, Khalid, going back to Khalid, he was such, I think there's a little bit of a belly there. He was such a lovely guide and host. He was fantastic, and he's got a lot of homework from me, I'm afraid, because I had a lot of questions. And it was so nice because he's going to ask the artist, the calligraphy that I was so taken with. He's going to ask him if Christians have done it, and I know the answer to that. I know that they have, because as I said, Egypt is a biblical land, and I would just love to see like the Christian kind of from the Bible, the calligraphy that has, or maybe perhaps has been done. Oh look, she's looked up at me. She wants some more. I would have to get her some more in a bit. I'm just trying to zoom in on her a bit. Hey, come on. No, she's finished, so yeah, hang on. Oh yeah, what I was going to say is that hang on, there you go. What I was going to say is that the artist, the calligraphy artist, he doesn't get paid for anything that he does. And I was so impressed with that, I really was, because you're not meant to get paid for anything that you do. When you do something for anything or anyone or an art or whatever, you're not meant to get paid. I mean, and going back to the Christian Bible, Jesus said, leave everything and come and follow me. And, like a real Christian really shouldn't be living in a house, or they should just be out there and just trusting in God. God said, like, look at the birds of the air. And sorry, I don't mean to boast, but this is a wild animal here that's coming to me. So there is something, this is a fruit. And yeah, I've got proof on my YouTube that I could have been a millionairess if I wanted to, because of my work with horses. And that's that has been confirmed by so many of my brothers and sisters in the USA who have seen what I can do with horses, and they said, do you know what? If you lived here in America, you would have made a killing with this with your massage and stuff like that. So I will get some more in a minute. But yeah, hang on. I've written a little bit out so I don't forget what I'm going to say. Oh yeah. Right. So yeah. So I do think that this is a fruit. What's happening right here in front of my eyes. And I've also got my video Layla to back this up, whereby a dog sort of come to me. I've done the write-up and everything on that. And Rihanna, if you're listening to this, I'm going to pop this into the video, into a comment here, my Layla, my dog video. And I'll also put my horse videos in here as well. I don't know what horses have got to do with mosques, but they've somehow come into the conversation somehow. But yeah, whatever. It's just sort of... Oh yeah, about the Torah and about the Tanakh. You know, it's like Christians have really kind of messed things up. Like, they always talk about the law, yeah, and the worst thing they said was that the law being nailed to the cross, and they're actually talking about the Torah, you know, the instructions being nailed to the cross. Yeah, no, do you know what? No, you got that wrong, mate. And the law, you know, they say the law's been done away with, and you know, they basically pushed the Old Testament to one side. So yeah, well, hang on, she's kind of going off a little bit there. She's maybe I don't need to feed her a bit more. But yeah, I mean, what I'll do is I'll fill in the gaps. Anything that I haven't kind of covered, I'll write it up. I don't know if you can see her. She's kind of... Oh look, no, she's at the top of the stairs. Someone's coming in. Yeah, she's darting off now. There you go. Don't want to film someone, neighbour. Right, I'll call it a day.